Caue, welcome back, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
How are you?
Great, excellent. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you back. So you presented here last year, and we're talking about really sort of nimble use of the funds on hand to thrive as a marketing company or as a supplier. How have things been going the past year?
Things are great. Same as before, just bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So the impact that we want to have in the communities and the supply chain are just it's just a lot. It's the same as before, but better. So the impact is bigger, which is great.
So have you added new channels, new sales areas?
So for the past few years, we focused in natural channel, and that is still where our core consumers are, and it's always going to be a focus. But yes, now we're transitioning to more of the conventional chains, to the clubs, and just want to make sure that we stay true to our values and pass the message to these new channels.
How does the strategy change? How does your approach change when you're entering this different channel? As you mentioned, natural is always going to be there. Conventional would be the next step. How do you sort of approach that?
I think it's a good moment now that the conventional is becoming a lot more like natural. So there is opportunities for brands like ours to that taste really good and could go well with other conventional products, but also have a mission. So we want to make sure that we spread the mission, the organics. We upcycle bananas that otherwise will go to waste. So we're trying to make that story more mainstream, and consumers, conventional consumers are ready for that now.
Absolutely. So we've talked in the past, and actually Noah, who was speaking before, had talked about this sort of healthy snacking set and you guys were part of it, I think, as sort of the category comparison. Sahali was there, and a few other brands. They were trying to pitch as a set to retailers to build out. And as I understand, it was kind of hard to prove out.
It is difficult, yeah.
So what sort of advice do you have for brand owners who are trying to develop a cohort for the retailer?
As a set, we didn't figure that out yet. We tried to do with several other companies. I think, as I said, the more organic products there are on the market, the more organic products there are in conventional stores, I think that set will naturally happen. But I think anyone that is trying to do good products that taste good, they're organic, that are non-GMO verified, the better. So we don't see any of the other companies in this industry as a competitor. It's like we are creating a category. Yeah. So we should work together. Unfortunately, retailers are not ready to create that set yet, but I think it's happening, and I think it's going to happen very soon.
Very cool. Upcycling is certainly on everyone's mind these days in terms of juices and other product types. I mean, where do you think it's hottest right now?
I think it's in bananas. No, bananas are the #1 selling item in grocery stores. So unfortunately, there's a lot of waste. Up to 20% of all bananas don't qualify as export, and those are perfect bananas that sometimes are not green enough. So we're trying to do our part, buying those bananas, creating a second source of income to the farmers, reducing the waste at the food industry, but not just to do that in the banana farms. We want to educate consumers on upcycling, and I think we did a great job educating other brands as well that now can see that if they do good, they can actually use that as a marketing strategy. So I have seen a lot more brands now trying to go that route, and that is great. Together, we're a lot stronger than just one brand.
Absolutely. Do you ever see an upcycling set in the future?
I think that is going to happen very soon. We're talking to Whole Foods about doing something like that.
That's cool.
Before, there was not enough brands. There was actually big publications that wanted to write an article on upcycling, but there was not enough brands. I think just this week alone, I saw 4 different brands that are upcycling fruits. So that's really great.
Absolutely.
And what is sort of retailers' reaction to, you mentioned you're talking with Whole Foods. How do they see that category?
I think that is a great extra selling point. I think there's things that you need to have in place to be in the stores, and that is just additional, and it makes it like as a no-brainer. Like you're already organic, the product already tastes good, you have supply, and now you're reducing the waste in the food industry. So they are very well receptive.
Any thoughts on pulling together some sort of association?
Yes, that's something that I'm thinking, like even if it's a certification or like just an education program to get other people to do the same. Once you start getting involved in politics, it's not as simple, but it's something that we are definitely thinking about.
Yeah, politics between brand owners can be a little tough.
Yes.
So, listen, thank you very much for coming through.
Thanks for having me again.
It's terrific to see you. And I think we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to invite our brand specialist, John Landis, to join us next. So, Caue, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.